After my latest video came out, I was wondering about this question. Why do people like video games? Then I had a devilish idea. What if video games didn't exist or get even made in the first place? This is stupid. I like video games. It's what connects so many people together. I know, it's for people who want to see different alternative histories. I hope you understand. Compared to my previous videos, this is something bigger than just one company or a game. It's the whole industry. The industry has been around since 1972, first in arcades, then in home consoles, then in computers, and finally, handhelds and phones. If video games didn't exist back then everything around it in the wider entertainment industry wouldn't have been so much larger. Otherwise, it would have been much smaller, and the only thing in the industry would have been was music and television. For starters, companies that have specialized in the video game industry, such as developers and publishers, wouldn't exist or would be something else entirely. Companies like Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft would be in different fields, with Nintendo still being a card maker, while Sony would still be in the electronics and entertainment industry. And finally, Microsoft would be a software company that was known for Windows, while other companies that got their start in the video game industry wouldn't have existed, and the people behind them, in terms of developers and businessmen, would have to find something else for them to do. Game franchises like Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, Sonic, Metal Gear, Final Fantasy, Call of Duty, Battlefield, PUBG, or any other series wouldn't exist at all. Or would be something else. For example, the creator of Mario, Shigeru Miyamoto, would have been a manga artist, with the Zelda series being its best manga series of all time in this alternative timeline. This isn't just Miyamoto. Other creators like Kojima, Sakurai, Mikami, Barry, Romero, Carmack wouldn't exist in this alternative timeline as well, with some becoming something different compared to our timeline. PCs or Mac would still be popular without gaming in this alternative timeline, as PC market base became more focused on application software, with Electronic Arts basically becoming Adobe in this alternative timeline. While Microsoft would still make Windows, but they would still be in a completely different position compared to our timeline. While in Japan, Taito wouldn't be known for video games, but it would be as a local or city company in Japan, while Bandai would be still making toys and entering the anime industry. Sony, like I said earlier, would still be in the electronics and film industry still, while Nintendo would still be a playing card company or would expand into fields like gambling, much like Konami, with Nintendo being known as a gambling company that works with casino companies in the United States via selling their cards. I know that's hard to believe, but that's just one alternate scenario. Back to PCs. This also would have an effect on graphics cards, which in this alternative timeline would have much slower processing, meaning that higher demand applications might take longer to come out. This also has an effect outside of video games, as 3D animation would be much slower to adapt compared to our timeline, with the most notable being Pixar's Toy Story as an example, which would come out in 1996 or never come out because without the sales of the graphics card that mostly was used for PC gaming at the time, the film would have a much longer development cycle to make without the success of graphics cards that they used to make the movie. There is also something else that doesn't exist in this alternative timeline: gambling. Or in the gaming industry, as we call it, it's microtransactions, which is already a good thing because people aren't losing their money on MTA. Another thing that doesn't exist is gaming journalism, both good and the bad. And finally, and this includes myself, YouTubers who cover gaming channels for Let's Plays, gaming history, or news coverage that may have to find something else, meaning that the AVGN, actually, that might be my next video if I ever get to working on it. And we also have to touch grass, which is something we've always done beforehand and still do to this day. And we also have to also try harder in life without video games, as we become more lazy over the last 5 decades. Or maybe we'll be smarter without video games. Who knows? I would like to be wrong or right about anything, really. It's just that it's really difficult to figure out where to go. And speaking of which, making videos like this is usually simple, but lately I have been working on something different of my comfort zone. Who knows, maybe the next video will be a success or a one-time fluke, and we'll look back on how I was trying to be different as I have gotten better on YouTube. And if you are wondering what my next video will be, I will be giving you something of an upcoming answer. My next video will be using Microsoft Sam, a text-to-speech synthesizer. If people like the concept of me doing it, then it works. If not, then I'll go back to my usual videos. And until next time, bye.